Guys, it's Rachel here. Now you won't believe it, I just did a video. It had been going for about 40 minutes and the courier arrived, so I've had to delete the video. This is all the stuff that I did in the video, so I'll just have to go through it with you all. I'm sorry I've been absent for a while. You guys know what's happening when I'm absent. I've been sewing, making growth charts and pillows, and generally trying to get on top of orders. I do have a lot of orders still to do. Only one sewing order, thank goodness, because what I find hard is switching from paper to fabric. So if it's all fabric or all paper, then sometimes I kind of get blocked with the other things, the other mediums. So yeah, I've still got to make a Christmas stocking and then a whole lot of journals. So what I'm doing in the meantime, in between when I was sort of needed a break from sewing, I've been trying to make a little bit of ephemera because I have quite a few journals to make. So today what I did was I've tried to organize myself. So basically in here in this little bowl, this is a gorgeous little bowl. I just want to say welcome to all my new subscribers as well. I'm going a little bit fast because now I have to catch up from what I did before. So in this little bowl, now this bowl is handmade by my friend CARLA. She's Io&Bianca. I might, if I remember, link her below. If I forget, ask me. She makes the most beautiful ceramics. She does ship, I don't know, I know she's shipped around Europe. I think she's shipped some things to America. She's on Instagram. Her things are to die for. She's very clever. So anyway, in here I first put in all these little bits and pieces that I wanted to use for embellishing. So some of those Victorian printouts, and then just some from magazines, not magazines, what am I saying, books. I have some really lovely books. So I've torn out a few images before I started the video. And so I put those in there. Then I've got my Sarah from the Mushroom Market embellishments here, in case I might like to use those. And then I have two things of scraps, and they are driving me banana. I really want to get them down. They just never seem to go down. I mean, they have gone down a bit, but really it's just out of control. I'm actually going to go through them when I'm done with this and throw out any ridiculous bits. So that was the lid of the beautiful box that Sarah gave me. This is the base of the beautiful box that Sarah gave me. In here I've got a few things from the books that I mentioned before. So here I wanted to make these into tags and things. And then I've got some of my beautiful papers that I bought when Sass was here. Sass, my sister Sass from Roxy Creations by Sarah. And then I've got just an IKEA container here, and I put my printables in there, all the ones that I had floating around. I just gathered them all up because I seemed to rummage around trying to find them, and I could never find them, and so they're in there. And then here I just put all my just some plain papers, and then all my old book pages, and I was searching for these. I couldn't find them. These are all from old books, just the plain pages, because they're really good to put on the back of things for journaling. And then just some of those really old pages that were in my packs the other day as well. And just because if they're in the container with everything else, then I can't find them. It takes me forever to find them. So that's the way I've organized myself today. And I'm hoping it's going to work better, to be honest. So basically I'm just continuing on from last time. My train wreck of a video where I was off screen nearly the whole time. I really do apologize about that. I knew I was off screen and I just couldn't get myself on screen, so it was a bit of a problem. So what I've been doing in the meantime, in between sewing, has been collaging and gluing. So basically I started off with making some more Jessica papers, not Christmas ones. So if you want to know what Jessica paper is Jessica wrap from Two Silver Oranges, and I watched one of her videos a while back, and it just really connected with me. She was just collaging on large pieces of paper that she then cuts down into tags and pockets. So on one side it's more busy, and you'll see what happens afterwards. I mean, those of you who've been following me for a while, you've seen me do this before. So one side is busy, and the other side I try to do all lighter patterned fabrics or plainer papers. Sorry guys, papers. So that side can be more of a writing side. So that's one. And they're very pretty, and you'll see how pretty they are when you cut them down. They're really cool. That's that one. No, pretty flower. I mean, that was from a magazine and stuff. So just trying to use up those scraps because they're driving me bananas. And that's another one. And so in between, I try to slip in some bigger pieces of paper. Those are some of those really old ones from the packs that I just sold last week. And I try to slip in a few big ones as well, because otherwise you seriously, you would go crazy trying to glue down teeny tiny pieces everywhere. And then this one here, that one I did not collage on the back side. I thought I would like to cut it down and then see if I want to leave it plain or maybe put some old book page or do something there. And then what I did in the previous video that you missed out on because I've deleted it because the courier came, I showed you this envelope here. I did this about 6 months ago and totally forgot about it. This is a beautiful recycled paper envelope. I think I bought them at great expense at the art store because I love the texture of them. And what I did was I stuck down with double-sided tape a very old book page from, I think it was like 1820s or something like that. And what I really like about the double-sided tape is that you can actually see it. It's coming through. And so it looks really old. And then I just put one of my favorite images, paintings on there and just a couple of scraps. That's it. So that's a really nice envelope. I would like to do some more like that. And then I've been embellishing just, these are new envelopes. I don't know, they just came with something. This particular one, I don't know, we even know where I think it came from. I had bought a birthday card, and I don't like to put the birthday cards in the envelopes. I like to put them on top of the present out of the envelope. So, but I didn't throw it out. So I just collaged it with some strips of old book page on either side. Then I put a piece of that paper. Now, where did it go? I had it before. That paper I bought in Florence. I'll just find it for you. Oh, here it is. Sorry, it's gone behind my sewing machine. Right. So that's that paper. I use that. It's really fabulous paper. And then this is going to be, I don't know if I've got this in one of my printables yet or not. I can't remember, but I stuck that on there because I like that. And then just a bit of blue grid paper. I'm not doing anything on the back because I thought you could write there, or so you can someone else can decorate that, or it can be stuck down as a pocket. Could be stuck down as a double pocket. Like you could, I'll decide that whether I put it into a book or not, glue that down, rip it up there, and you've got a double pocket. So that's to be decided. I'm putting it over here because I need to stitch around 3 sides. Now, also in my other video where I was a bit of a train wreck, I glue on the, look at this big old book I've got. So, I mean, I got so many books. I just have endless supply of old book pages. So, you know, this was like 1880s or 1890s. So less exciting, obviously, than the super old ones that I sold the other day. So I'm using this to glue, but still nice to use in your collages. So I was gluing on top of this when I was making the Jessica paper, and I ended up with a lot of... I did end up with a lot of pages that I just then, when they got tacky, I just folded them in half, or I glued it to another page so that I can use them to make journaling cards and that sort of thing. So that's what I've been using for these. But this is another envelope. So this was just a plain white, brand new envelope. I bought them for something, and I had a whole lot just lying around. So I decided to collage on them. So I did close them because they are new. And then I ripped them at the top here. I glued down, this is one of the super old pages that I had in my packs last week. Some of the pages, the pages that I couldn't tear out intact, so the double, you know, the double with the little spine that you can sew into your journals, I kept all of the ones that were ripped single pages because I knew I would like to use them for something like this, because these are super old. This was what, like 1840 or something like that. And they have wonderful colour and texture and font and that sort of thing. This is from one of the books, the botanical book that I bought in Rome, which I'll show you after. This is just a sticky label, one of those jam sort of labels from the supermarket that you can buy in the stationery section. And then that's a bit of Sarah's printable, and then some straw paper and some grid paper. So that's done. I just have to stitch around. I'm going to stitch around 3 sides. Where did I put the other one? There. Okay. Now this is just a book page. When I was gluing, I had folded it in half when it became tacky. So I decided to make it, it's going to be a little pocket, and I've kept the fold as the top. So the fold is the top, not here, because this is obviously more frail than the fold. That will be glued or stitched down onto a book, and I am going to stitch all the way around this one. I think I was going to do that one that way. That can go either way, that one. Now this is another book page. This was a smaller book. That's that French civil law book. And I just folded over Sarah's printable. It had a little windmill here and it was upside down. It was kind of annoying me. So I've just glued down this Victorian collagey scrapbooking thing, and I'm going to put something at the top. I need to stitch around that one. Now this is going to be a pocket. It's just a big book page, so you can see it here. I was gluing on it. I've just put 2 together because they became very tacky. I'm going to stitch along there and down there, and that's one of excuse me, Sarah from the Mushroom Market collagey type thing. I put that there, and I did a little bit of collaging up there. And then this is a little book page, 2 book pages together again. Sarah's printable, my sister Sarah, Roxy Creations by Sarah. One of my stamped little pieces of fabric, and then just a bit of collage on the back. And so these are all going to become journaling card taggy sort of things. Again, Sarah's printable. This came from the spine of one of those super old books. I loved it. When I took the covers, sort of separated the pages from the cover, on the spine they had these beautiful papers. So kind of like this one here. That was on that part of the book. I can't get this one off, so and then that's one of my printables. That's just from an old book that I'm tearing up, and that's one of my printables and just a collage of papers. And then here we go. This is one of those Victorian printables, one of mine. This is a pocket just made with 2 book pages folded over and stuck together. And again, the same sort of thing. That's one of my printables. That's from a book. That's just an old letter from the New York Public Library. This is a piece of one of my printables from a book, and just some paper I bought in Florence. I think I bought that one. And just a folded book page from when I was gluing. One of my printables, Daphne's Diary, and from a book. And these are all going to be pockets, these ones, because I think they're a good size. And I am going to stitch around these as well. And there's another one. And that, again, from the spine. I just love that. And then this, what is this? Oh, this is an envelope. So where do I open it? Oh, that side. So I've collaged some pieces of paper, put a label, Victorian scrapbooking thingy, and that's the other part of Sarah's, that's where it opens. I might clip the rounded things so you can see that it's a pocket. Just a collage of papers and Sarah's printable, Sister Sarah printable, I'll say, not Mushroom Market. And then this again from the spine of a book. This is from the botanical book I bought in Rome, and then just a collage of papers, and the same again, and one of my printables on the back, so you can write there. And then I really like this one. This one came together fairly quickly. Just a bit of vintage ephemera garden strip of paper I had left over. One of my sister Sarah's trims there, and then a Victorian flower, and one of my printables, and just some straw paper. So I think that's really pretty. So that's what I've done so far. I think we're up to scratch. I'm sorry that you've missed the process of those. But I had to switch the video off, and I as you know, I can't connect videos. It's just not happening. I just don't know how to do it. I don't have an Apple computer. My sister told me it's very easy to do, but if you have an Apple computer, which I don't have. So so this is 3 book pages. So these book pages I was gluing, and so when they became really sticky, I just flipped it over and glued it to the other side. And so I did 3 because they're quite frail, and I'm going to stitch around it. It's going to be a journaling card, this one. Could be a flip out. Might be a flip out or a journaling card. So I haven't done anything on this side. So what will I do on that side? So this side is quite writable, isn't it? You could write on there. So what will I do on that side? Let's have a think. So I've got printables on that side. What about, oops, oh, what about one of these things? I know you don't know what I'm talking about. I wonder if that would be nice there with something like that. Is that boring? Let's pick it up and have a little look. Because could you write across there? I don't know. You could really. I think I'm going to do that. Yes. So what I'm going to do, I don't want to cut it. I'm going to get my ruler and just tear. And that piece, if I tear it properly, can be used for something else. Now I never know with these things if I've got one or two. I think I've only got one. Yes, that's what I'm going to do. So what I'm going to do here is just roughly put some glue more or less where I think. And then I am going to stitch around the outer edge, but not there. So I just want to make sure I get enough glue. I'm on screen, yes. On screen. Oh, so on screen today. Got my act together. So let's see if I put enough glue in enough spots. Not there. Let's put some glue down there. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to glue this here. And so you've got some more writing areas there, and I think that's really pretty. And I might use the PVA for this one. Just so I'm 100% sure it glues down. I really don't remember. I've shown these before. I think I had some Christmas ones. I think I got it from, I don't know. I know I got some from the Graphics Fairy. And then I got some, there's this one, can't remember what the website's called. Vintage.com or vintage.org or I don't know. I didn't save it. They had a whole lot. I did buy some real ones. They're tiny. So I'm thinking they're really pretty. So I was thinking I was going to scan them, even though they're tiny. And I just wanted to see how big could I print them. Because they literally are tiny. Now I'm stuck to the page. There we go. Yeah, so that's really, I like that. It's quite different. There we go. Put that one over there ready to stitch. Then I have this one to work on. So on I don't think I put that in my shop yet, that printable. That one's gorgeous. I did show the linen, the embroidered linen when I bought it, but I don't think I've done anything with it. Oh, I did. I've done that one. Okay, I did finish that one. Let me just have a look here and see if I might like that somewhere. I don't like it there. Do I like it over there? I quite like that. Do I like it there? But that's going to interfere with writing, isn't it? I quite like it there. I might glue that there. No, I'm not going to glue it anywhere. Okay, that one's done. That needs some stitching. And then I've got this one, this little label here. This is one of my printables. That's one of my printables. Some straw paper. Three book pages. They were quite frail, so that's why I used 3. You'll have to determine that yourselves, whether you're going to do 3 or not, or 2, because it depends how thick the book is. And then over here, oh, imagine if I didn't press play. Let me just check. Imagine that. No. Okay. It's going. Right. Now this one, this is another pocket. Here I glued 2 together because this book is very frail. It's the same book as those big ones. So I actually just glued 2 folded pieces together just to make sure they were strong enough. And this is just ripped out of a book. And I think I was going to put that there. What about this? I didn't have these when I looked at. Maybe I like that one more. You see? No, I like that one more. It's more subtle. I think I'll put it like that. Okay, so get the glue So that all has to be stitched. So this is really just a mixed video, isn't it? I might show you those books too. You might want to try and find one. Okay, so I think I'll just put that there like so. And I can stitch around the flower when it's dry because, or dryish, because it's not a journaling card, it's a pocket. Okay, so I'll put that over there to dry. Now, I have this lovely napkin that I bought at the shop from around the corner. I'll just let me put things back where they belong. Those can go back down in the box. So I thought I might try. It's a gluing page. That goes over there. Those go there. That I don't know. Okay, these are still things I have to work on. Okay, and that's a gluey page. Right, I've still got this page here that I had folded up, and I was going to make a pocket with that one. I thought I might like to, I might on the back here put this there, and then I'll put something there. How about we try that? So, on screen, yes, check. Let's put lots of glue here. And I know I'm not supposed to do it this way. I'm sure I make plenty of people cringe. Now, those who know me well, I am not a scrapbooker. I am not really a journaler. I'm new to it. I've been doing it for probably sort of dabbling in it maybe for a year. And the only tutorial I ever did was how to sew the pages in and how to gut a book. That was about it. I haven't done any other tutorials, so I just kind of make it up. And I know I'm not supposed to. I know you're supposed to use PVA glue here, and I'm supposed to wet there. I think I'm just going to cut it. Maybe would like it. I'm not prepared to wet it. I don't have. Oh, I know. Just a minute. Where have they gone? What about if I use a little bit of, where's my wipes gone? Where have they gone? Oh, they're all the way over there. Just a second. I'll just grab them. So I'm kind of liking my organisation today. It's very good. It's much easier to find things. I'm going to stitch around that. So I'm just thinking, like lots of lovely ladies, I was struggling to tear. And so they mentioned if you just lightly wet it, that it will tear better. So I don't have any, oh, look at that. I don't have any water on me, so I'm using a wet one. How about that? There's something new. Got the wet one. And now I'll just get my wet one and go down here. Great, and it's going to tear. Oh, look at that. Super. Super duper. Look at that, how easy it comes off. Thank you, ladies. So it works with wet ones too. So that's going to go there. I am going to stitch around it, so I'm not too worried about it. Now, if you were worried about it, you could then go over it with some, what is it, watered down PVA? I've never done it before. I know that it was mentioned that they don't maybe not last that long. I think it'll be fine. It's just going to be inside a book as a tuck spot. I don't think anything will happen to it. It's so pretty. I'm wondering now, on the flippy uppy bit, do we want it to be all like that? That's quite nice. Or the other option is, this is something different. The other option is take out my stamp things. Let's have a look at these. Is one of these going here? But you'd have to find one. See that one? Oh, I can tear it down if I don't want the whole thing. It's casting a shadow. No, 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 no. Wrong colours. I'm looking for things that have the right colours in it. I don't mind that. But kind of, I'm not putting that one down because I kind of liked the other option of, it's the wrong colour, I do like that one. I'll put that one aside. I did like the option of the napkin. You see, it's getting late now. I kind of like that one too. So it's casting a shadow, and I can't see as well. I'm probably off screen while I'm picking through these things. Do tell me if I've done a better job today being on screen, because really it was just a disaster the other day. That one's quite nice, but it's going the wrong way. What about this one? Yeah, that one's quite nice. Just put that there. Literally, you could just sit and make these all the time because they're so much fun, and just not do anything else. Just sit and sew scraps together. No, that's not going the right way. That's way too big. No, no. Quite like that. It's got the right colours in it. Okay, so they're the only ones that can coordinate. So I'm dying to put these little birdies somewhere. Okay, let's have a look. I'm going to hold it up because I'm getting a bad reflection. I don't know if you are. Yeah, not that one. I do like that one. I really do like that one. So that one is an almost definite. This one, I like that one. Let me see that one again. So do you guys do that too? Do you go backwards and forwards until it kind of comes to you? That's what I do. I just go backwards and forwards. So they're kind of on a par, these two, but I think I'll go with the first choice. And no, not that one. And now let me just look one more time at my thingamajigget. No, I've decided this is going there, and I'm really happy with it. Really, 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 really super happy with it. So let's get gluing. And I'm going to let that glue dry because I will stitch a little bit around it as well, I think. Just to think I like that. Very happy with this one. It could be, well, one of my favorites. Right. Let's put it like that. Now I've got glue on my fingers. I'll just, oh, here it is. I'll wipe that off. Oh, so nice. That is a super nice napkin, actually. I mean, they don't have many at my little shop. Not many that are my taste. I grabbed what I liked, a few that I liked. That one is really nice. I might have to go back and get some more of that one. If anybody else would like some, I'm happy to get them for you. Okay, so that's that. Now I do have some other things to do here. What else did I have to do? Oh, what about the Jessica paper? What shall we do? Do we want to see another one of these? Probably not. Done lots of those. Just showed you a whole lot of those sorts of things. Maybe I'll do those on my own. Although, could be nice with a bit of a napkin. Here's another napkin that I got from there. It's 4 birds on it. Oh, and this one is super pretty. Look at that one. Really like that. You could use so many elements out of that one. And then I loved this one as well. I thought that is really, really lovely too. So I thought I might use those on some of these here. Just make some little taggy sort of things. But what I would like to do now is, if that's okay with everybody, is just stand up, move my gluey paper. Just take a second to get myself back into order. There's one of my little label things. I'll put that there. Close my glue for the minute because I'm not gluing. Put that glue over there. And I'm going to bring in my big whopper of a cutter. Move my cute bowl. I don't want to knock that off. That scrap over there. Okay, here we go. Right. Let's have a look at the Jessica paper. 2 silver oranges. Okay, so let's have a look here. And I'm just going to randomly cut bits, some wider, some narrower. And I'm going to be making tags and pockets. Okay, so this one I might, let me have a look at it. This one I might cut, how will I cut it? I'll do a big fat tag, so a big tag, and then a little journaling cardy sort of thing. So that can be like a squarish journaling card, and that's going to be a bigger one. And then here I'm going to do a big tag, and then, so that'll become a tag, I'll show you in a second, and then that'll be a pocket or a tuck or whatever. And then this is going to be, I quite like that, the same. I'm going to do the same again. So that one will be like that, and then that's going to become a tag. And I think I'll do the same. No, I'm going to cut that one in half. 2 tags. 2 tags coming from that one. Then the next. Oh, I like this. Really like it. Okay. So these are mostly going to be tags because I have embellished the other side. So I would like a couple of narrower tags. I might do 2 lots of those because I'm going to need a lot of tags to do all the books that I've got on my list. And then I'll do a wider tag. And then, oh, these are nice size for journaling cards. And maybe these can be 2 tags going that way because it doesn't really matter. Right. Oh, and I've got to cut those. See, so from one piece of straw paper, you can get quite a lot of different elements to use in the journals. I do like to put one more embellishment on them. They don't need too much, but sometimes I don't put anything more if they're really pretty. But sometimes I might put something else. You'll see what I mean in a second. I mean, that is gorgeous. I love that. And you can write on the back, you see. Really lovely. Right. Oh, look at the colours in that one. Now I want to do more of that. Okay, so some narrow. And then a couple of narrows. I think the last one, how I cut it, worked out well. And slightly wider. Like so. And then these ones will go this way. So 1. Oh, just love it. Love it. And then that one will be 2 like that. Okay. And then, and also like the flimsy paper, like, well, straw paper is not too flimsy, but the paper becomes incredibly reinforced and strong with all the collaging on it. And you never tire of doing it. It's so much fun. It's just like the Sarah from the Mushroom Market embellishments. They're a lot of fun to do. And then my last one, we'll cut that one up as well. And let's have a little work on those for a minute. Because you saw me doing envelopes. Now there's some lovely ladies that I follow on Instagram who are doing just the most gorgeous envelopes. If I remember, the Creative Paper Mouth or something, Paper Mouth, or I don't know, something like that. I might link her below. I should make a list. When I say I'm going to link something, I should make a list. I already can't remember what I was going to link before. What was I going to link before? Let me think about it. Oh, I know. My friend. Look how pretty they are. Io&Bianca. I'm going to link her because seriously, guys. And do you know what? When you pop over, she's like one of my dear friends. Just say, Rachel sent me. She'll know. She knows when I send people anyway. But you won't be sorry that you went and looked at her beautiful, and her photographs. Oh my goodness. She could just teach everybody how to photograph their products. She does the most amazing photographs. Okay, so they're all cut. We can move the paper cutter away. We'll bring our embellishments back over closer because we might need those. Might need something off those. I'm just trying to see if I had anything else handy nearby. I can't remember where I put all these things that she's given me. I don't know what I did with them. I put them away. Don't know. They're not in there. No, they're not. And I don't think they're in there either. No. Oh, I'll show you this. Just get sidetracked. Look at this. So this jug is hand painted. Isn't it beautiful? I just love the shape. I thought I might put a candle in there. La Bottega di, can't read his name, San Leo. That's where I got married. That's where my husband comes from. And it's the one shop. There used to be 3 of them when I first met my husband. There's one shop left in the main street. The little old man sits there and he paints the ceramics, and and the beautiful pigments, like total natural pigments. You can sit. They're all in little jars. In fact, my older brother goes bananas when he goes there. He's been there twice and brought stuff back home. And my sister bought I don't know if it was like a herb jar or a apothecary jar, Renaissance style with the beautiful shape. And what else she bought a little box as well. She was very excited. And it's lovely because he's in there painting them, and you're supporting an artisan. And it's, initially the artisans are disappearing, so it's always nice to support them. Now, this can either be a tag, or this is going to be a tag because I've collaged on the back. So I'm going to make this one a tag shape. Flip my corner over. I do actually really like the collage on this, and I'm not really feeling like it probably needs anything else but a little bit of lace at the top, because it's just so pretty. Although I have these here. What about a little fleur-de-lis on this beautiful antique hemp? I'll just trim it off a bit because I don't want to cover up the background too much. And I'll just see if I might like that there. I don't even know if it needs it. I don't think it needs it. I just think it's so pretty. I will try a couple of things. Like that's pretty. But I don't know. I just think it's so lovely. I don't know if I want to put anything on it. No. Now, normally, I quite like that. I normally put, like an image, like an old painting or something on them. I quite like that. That works well with the colours. But that's pretty. I like the rose. The rose might go on there. Might just be the rose. I'll try that one. Am I on screen while I'm flicking through here? Sorry. Terrible habit of mine. Not that one. No. Oh, let's have a look at the little girl. Maybe that one we can look at. Some of these little animals are so cute. I haven't torn those out yet. It's quite a bit in here. Some are from Daphne's diary. Just little bits and pieces that were left over from things. Sometimes I put a half butterfly. There's a little cat. I couldn't throw that out. There'll be a cat lover somewhere. Little squirrel. That it's quite small compared to the... Oh, and that's super cute. That's from the IKEA book. Might have a look at that. So, oh, it's getting dark, guys. Can you see? I hope you can see. So I like the rose. So that's the rose. We don't need the little girl. That one, no. And I think that one covers up too much. So I think I might put the rose on there. I said I wasn't putting anything. Well, I told a lie. I'm putting the rose on. So I need to get organised. Put those back in there like a good girl. Move these all over here and get back on screen. Put those in there. Come back on screen. Move those over. There we go. So I'm sitting on the edge of my chair. Okay. I'll do a few. I don't want my videos to be too long. I was told off the other day for having long videos, so I'll try not to be too long. Try not to do more than, 50 minutes, an hour. What are we up to? Don't know. Let me see. Oh, only 39 minutes. Heaps of time. So where am I going to put it? There. Because I don't want to cover everything up. See, you need to be able to see a bit of everything. And that's super pretty. Super pretty. A little bit different to what I've done before. Not much, but a little bit. as you know, I don't know if I mentioned it in this video or the last video, I've been in a bit of a rut because when I'm sewing a lot of, you know, fabric sort of orders like growth charts and things, I do find it hard to switch from one to the other unless it's just very simple things. And it's hard for me to feel like something new's coming. I don't know how to say it, like something new's coming to into my head sort of thing. So because I'm focusing on the fabric, so I don't get, you know, too much inspiration coming in. I quite like that. I do like that, but it covers up quite a bit, doesn't it? No. Yeah, so that's where the reason why I've mostly just been doing sort of some Jessica wrap sort of paper and that sort of thing, because it was just easy. Quite like that, no. Easy for me to do while I was working on orders. Let me just see over here in these ones if there's anything tall and narrow that could go on there. I printed these ones 9 to a page, so they're smaller. That one could be good. I'm thinking. I like that one too. Let me just see here. Oh, that one's good. Let me just try. Oh, I did that one twice. Let me just try this one and see, because I can all fussy cut this one, or it's got a lovely, very pale background. Oh gosh, it's getting dark. Maybe I should put my other light on, but it's very, I see, I like that. I wonder if I should fussy cut it. I might trim it. I think I might fussy cut it, but not too close, because I like the little bit of blue background that it's got, because it's covering up some of those nice papers underneath. See, I wanted to get the video done earlier, and I've just had a terrible week. Lulu's had volleyball pretty much every afternoon because there's been matches and extra training and stuff like that. And so I've had to go out every afternoon, and then in the morning I've had to like maybe package orders or finishing up. Yeah, I like that. Finishing up some stitching or something, and then so I've just really been very slow. It's been very hard to get you know, get on with my orders. It's just been very slow process. And then we had the big decision about, because she's going to high school in September, and so in Italy you have to choose the type of school that you're going to, not, you don't choose the subjects within the school, you choose the type of school. And she's very artistic, and she's always been artistic and always wanted to do something art related, whether it be an interior designer or a fashion designer or architect. She's moving more towards architect or interior designer now, but she's only 13. But you know, it's quite a young age to have to make such a big decision. And her dad kind of wanted her to go to the harder school. They call it the scientific school here. It's really a general sort of school, but you do lots of maths, like 5 hours of maths a week or something, and so much science. And so Lulu's a bit of a people pleaser, and so she said, okay, to her dad, she said, okay, I'll go to the scientific school. And I knew she wasn't really, I knew she was only saying it to make her dad and her grandma happy, her Italian granny happy. And so I could see she was kind of down, and they have it, you know, they get to go and have a day at the school and stuff, and she had a bit of a panic attack there, and I was feeling very uncomfortable about it all. And so anyway, then we had to enroll them in the school by the end of this month. And so anyway, I thought I better go and see the teachers see if I can get an appointment with the teachers before. And all of them except for one said that she had to follow her passion, and why wasn't she going to the artistic school? Because she's quite capable of doing the harder school, but her passion is not there. And it's quite a heavy sort of school. And if you don't really want to do it, I think it'd be torture for her for the next 5 years. So anyway, I spoke to her dad, and when I was in Rome, he went to the open day at the art school, and he said, well, what person wouldn't want to go to this school? It's amazing, but the level of it's the same curriculum, but they do less maths and stuff. So my husband's just a bit uneasy about it, just because he's worried she'll struggle, might find it hard. But the teachers, basically what I got from the teachers was that she was clever enough to be able to cope with anything that came her way when she's older, and that she should be allowed to develop her passion. So anyway, cut the story short, she's going, oh, I like that. I'm going to put that deer on there, but I'm going to tear him down a little bit more. She's going to the artistic school, so she's very excited about it. But I told her that she has to work hard, and she's not allowed to. I've never ever put any never said that to her, but I said to her I wanted her to put in her best effort with also the subjects that she has to study, like art history and stuff like that. So we'll see what happens. So that was kind of stressful for me, because I knew what my husband was saying, but I'm Australian, and our school system is totally different, and we don't have to make such strong decisions at such a young age. We just choose our subjects for 3 years, and all the schools are the same. Choose your subjects for the first 3 years, and then choose your subjects for the last 3 years. Whereas this is kind of, like if Lulu didn't go, she's not going to the scientific schools, so if she wanted to be a doctor, she probably could go to do the university course, but she would struggle because she didn't have the same level of science and maths. But I don't see her doing that, so I think it's a non-issue. And my sister Sarah, we spoke about it, and she felt the same. She felt like it was a non-issue for Lulu. She's very creative, and she always has been. So anyway, as I was saying, it was stress. I'm going to leave this one as is because it's so pretty. I'm going to put a little bit of lace up the top. It was stressful for me because being Australian, I didn't know if I was doing the wrong thing, letting Lulu follow her heart. I wondered whether she should really listen more to her dad. But then when the teachers all said at school that she should be allowed to follow her passion, I was like, well, we're just going to have to let her take the risk and go and do art school. That's so cute, but it's too small. As I'm gas bagging, I've been working along, you see? How about that? Now, what will I put on this? Maybe I'd like to put go back to my old style and put one of my little images. It's getting very dark, guys. I might have to end the video because I don't feel like that you can see very well. I like that one. But I can't tell properly because the light's really bad. Just a minute. I'm going to put on my other light, even though it's really yellow. What do we think? Yeah, it's getting dark for you guys. I can see. It's not slightly better. I think I'll do this one and I'll have to end it. And I might do a part 2. I'm going to put that one on there. I think I'll stitch around it first and then put it on. Oh, just a minute. Before I go, just let me cut this one out here. And see if I like that more. Just get rid of that. Come back and get some of those big white bits off. Okay. So, to all my customers who have asked for journals, I'm getting onto it. I did start working on a couple, but I don't think that they're for the ones for the orders because I don't know whether that's what you wanted. I have to go back and read all my messages properly and have a look. I think I like that more. It's brighter. That's going on there. Okay, that's going to be the last thing I'm going to do in this video. I might just quickly see, the light was perfect before the courier came and interrupted me, and I had to delete the video because I just had to abruptly stop. I didn't even stop in a polite manner because I had to race to the door. Okay, right, and I think I'll leave that one rectangle like that. Okay, I think I might just quickly show you one more thing, because you really might enjoy. So I think I might have shown one of this book. I think I might have shown you before. This is really amazing. Look at the pages. You can do so much with those. So the Concise British Flora in colour, that one. And then this is the one I bought in Rome, €5. Oh yeah, I've still got to do my blog post as well. So I'll do it all in my blog post. It's on the way to the Vatican. And look at this book. Lots of things. So lots of the flowers that, oh, somebody's here. Okay, I'm going to end my video and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.